Global Heroes podcast, The Deep Dive. We explore the stories behind the headlines of our uplifting news features. Don't forget to follow us on social and subscribe to our free newsletter for your regular boost of positivity. Okay, let's get into it. We've all seen the data, right? The modern workplace is changing so fast.
It really is.
It's demanding that you treat your career less like a job and I guess more like your own personal business.
Right.
You have automation, AI, all this market flux. It just means skill diversification isn't really optional anymore. It's survival.
And what's so interesting here is how institutions are trying to engineer solutions for that, that breakneck pace.
Yeah.
Our mission for this deep dive is to explore how continuing education, specifically at Brock University, offers these pathways for serious growth without forcing you to disrupt your whole life.
Without hitting pause on everything.
Exactly. It's all about flexible online programs, short, targeted credentials.
Okay, so let's nail that down. We hear the term micro-credential all the time now. But isn't the challenge that they might lack the weight of a full degree?
That's the common concern, for sure. But they solve the speed problem. See, micro-credentials are all about verified competency in a really specific skill. They're designed to be earned quickly, and you can apply them, like tomorrow.
And the power comes from the accreditation, I assume.
Yes, that's where the real power is. Earning a professional designation, that acts as a critical quality signal to employers. It proves your knowledge isn't just current, but it's been verified by industry experts.
So who is actually giving that stamp of approval? Because listing all those acronyms can get...
A little overwhelming.
Yeah, really overwhelming.
It's all about connecting your learning to established industry bodies. Brock Professional and Continuing Studies aligns its programs with major professional associations across Canada. So, for example, they meet the criteria for the HRPA, that's the Human Resources Professionals Association,
Right.
and the Canadian Institute of Traffic and Transportation, or CITT, which is all about supply chain logistics, and the Project Management Institute, PMI.
So you get this dual benefit.
You do. You satisfy the criteria for these big professional bodies, and you earn a Brock University Professional Certificate. It makes your experience instantly verifiable.
That makes perfect sense for those highly regulated fields. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. What about an industry where ongoing learning is just, the norm, like teaching?
Absolutely. For teachers, ongoing certification is how you move up the salary grid, but fitting that into a packed school year is, well...
Almost impossible.
Right. And Brock addresses that directly with their continuing teacher education programs. They offer up to 9 intakes per year, and the courses are just 8 weeks long.
Which is essential for teachers going after those additional qualifications, the AQs, or additional basic qualifications.
Exactly, the ABQs. Those allow you to specialize in new grades or high-demand subjects like digital literacy or specialized learning needs.
That's a perfect example of focused growth.
Mm.
Now, this is where Brock really leans into its regional expertise. I'm talking about the Cool Climate Enology and Viticulture Institute.
CCOVI.
Yes, CCOVI.
Yeah.
It's basically Canada's national authority for skill-based training in the grape, wine, cider, and spirits industries.
Which is such a cool specific niche. It is. For professionals in that world, the certificate in Ontario wines provides this really unique localized knowledge. But they also offer globally recognized certifications, like the WSET.
So that's for enthusiasts or maybe hospitality pros.
Precisely. It shows how they match a high-value niche demand with very specialized educational design.
And that capability, that translates directly to the corporate world, right?
Yeah.
If you're aiming for a leadership role, the Goodman School of Business is focused squarely on that.
Correct. Through the Goodman Group, they deliver these open enrollment executive certificates. They're designed to sharpen your strategic thinking, your decision-making, all for managing complex organizations.
And these aren't just generic management courses.
No, not at all. They're highly tailored. Think municipal leadership, healthcare management, nonprofit leadership. They tackle the specific governance and regulatory pressures inside those unique environments.
If we tie this back to the bigger picture, this kind of accessible learning isn't just for individuals climbing the ladder.
No, you're right. Brock also offers custom organizational training. It's designed to build lasting capability within an entire team. They can do it at group rates or even design a solution from scratch to fix a company's specific skills gap.
Which brings us back to our core takeaway for you listening right now. The whole point of this accessible, accredited education is to equip leaders, current and emerging, with the sharp, verified tools they need to guide their teams and navigate, well, the complexity of modern business.
So here's a final thought to chew on. Professional boards, they always emphasize connecting to an established network of peers. It's not just about the knowledge on a certificate.
Hmm,
So, how might focusing on an accredited micro-credential immediately impact your professional sphere beyond just what you learned in the class?
something to think about.
For sure. And just a quick note for you, you can save 10% on these programs, and that offer is valid until December 31st, 2025.
That's it for today's deep dive. Want more? Stay connected with global heroes through our newsletter and socials.